All right, guys, welcome back. And this is lesson 1.4 about two-way tables. Today's lesson will be just some quick information about how to interpret two-way tables and a few specific terms that go with two-way tables. So let's get cooking and talk about two-way tables. So let's say that we take a survey and we ask students at our school how many of them own a car and what grade level they're in. So two-way tables are a way to display multiple categorical variables. These are called categorical variables because we're fitting this data into one of two categories. Well, actually, we're fitting it into both categories. So one category that we're comparing right here is owns a car. So there are two different subcategories to owns a car, and that is yes, they own a car, and no, they do not. For the grade level, that's the other categorical variable. There are four different possibilities. There are freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So this data, this table right here shows us the breakdown of that data. And for example, what this means here, this 21 means that there are seniors who do not own a car. So there are 21 kids who are seniors that do not own a car. So each entry in the table corresponds to how many people in the data set fit that category. So the entries that are in black in here are called joint frequencies. So again, there are going to be a couple just kind of special terms that go along with these. So these in black are called joint frequencies. And a joint frequency is just the number of times that something occurs. And then the blue and red frequencies are called marginal frequencies. One way you can remember that is they're placed in the margins of the table. So they're placed on the outside portion of the table. And marginal frequencies just tell me how many a specific subcategory occurred. So for example, this marginal frequency is 93 because there were a total of 93 sophomores that were surveyed. So we can also find relative frequencies. What a relative frequency is it's basically a proportion of the total number of responses that fit into a specific category. So for example, what is the relative frequency of sophomores with cars? So I'm gonna look at sophomores with cars. That's 22 people out of 359. So then you're gonna grab your handy dandy calculator and do 22 divided by 359. And 22 divided by 359 is about I accidentally wrote on it. It is about 0.06. Or another way to think about it, roughly 6% of the people surveyed were sophomores who do not own cars. So that is a relative frequency. So another type of thing that we're going to deal with is conditional frequency or conditional relative frequency. And this is where we find the proportion of a category within another category. So this sounds slightly confusing, but let's think about it like this. Here's an example. What proportion of juniors own cars? When I look at this question, it's not asking about everybody. It's asking specifically about juniors. So I'm going to look at the juniors, and I'm going to say, all right, there's 86 total juniors. So I want to know the proportion of juniors that own cars. So of those juniors, 42 out of 86 of them own cars. So when I do 42 divided by 86, I get roughly 0.49. So that is the proportion of juniors that own cars. Another way that we can think about this is roughly 49% of juniors own a car at this school. So that's it for today. Today was just about interpreting two-way tables, understanding what they mean, frequency and relative frequency, and then conditional statements. We're going to do more with this in class. Today was just about giving you some basic background information. I hope that you took some notes, and I hope that you come to class ready with any questions. Have a great day.